Gotta stay ho-ho hydrated for the holidays. Hello, it's Lucy, everyone's favorite exhausted girl boss. Is this the like image I'm cultivating for myself? Loves it. But I'm excited because we're in the holiday season, and you know what holiday season means? Advent calendars. And what's something I love? Skincare and makeup. Skincare and makeup. Beauty products. I like beauty products. I just like beauty all round. Aesthetics, design, architecture, interiors. I'm a Libra. But you know, I've been like starting to do a little bit of beauty content, a little bit of hair content, a little bit of a glow up kind of vibe. So now we're kind of like foraying into like actual kind of like product talk a little bit deeper, which I'm so excited for. But essentially how this video has come about, which did I say what this video is? No. This is going to be a unboxing slash review of the Yesstyle advent calendar. So it's all full of Korean beauty, Korean skincare, all that good. Mwah. Delicious. Essentially, I have been chatting with the Yesstyle team, and in the new year, so coming very soon, I am going to be doing a video all about reviewing some of my favorite Korean skincare at like a budget price point, like kind of the more affordable end of the range and what I think is worth your money. So I was talking to them about that and like organizing that. And then they were very sweet and they said, actually, we also have some advent calendars still. Do you want one to talk about? And I was like, yes. And unfortunately, spoilers, which I suppose if you're watching this video, you're kind of fine with spoilers. If you don't want to know what's in there, you should just click off right now. I'm not going to be offended. But I already know because my baby Alex, my girl, you guys probably already know, Pretty Pastel Please, she received one of these advent calendars and did a video about it. And she sent me a message asking me to give her a hand with just like, you know, any thoughts I had on the products and like how I would organize them into a routine. So I'm already aware of kind of everything in here. But I figured in this video I can kind of give you like, not like a deep dive, but kind of just like my mini impression slash review slash thoughts on the products. And I think I've mentioned this on the channel before, but I will mention it now. I used to work as a skin specialist, and that title doesn't really mean much of anything, but essentially I worked in beauty retail and I specialized in the skin section, but I was also trained in makeup and fragrance and all those other things. I'm by no means a dermatologist or an esthetician. I'm not saying anything like that, but you know what I mean? Like if we're having coffee and someone's looking for a new serum, they might ask me. I've been very much into skincare, like trolling the Reddit forums and things like that for a long time, and I was really lucky in my retail job to have quite a bit of like training and getting to meet brand owners and like learn things from people who have a lot more scientific knowledge than me. So by no means am I like God's gift to like science or anything like that. I'm just an enthusiast. I just figured we could unbox it one by one, and any of the products that I decide to try out to give you like a little mini review, anything that I feel like I can give you a good review on in a short period of time, I will. So I'll include clips throughout the video where I'm going to try a couple of these pieces, but for the vast majority I'm not going to give you a full deep dive review because I feel like, especially with things like skincare, I can't like really tell you if it made like a massive difference to my skin over like such a short period of time. But what I can do is probably give you an indication of who each of the products would be best suited to, kind of what you might expect from them, and anything that I have tried or like have a bit more knowledge about, I'll be able to share on that. Does that really make sense? Essentially, I'm doing like an unboxing and I'll talk about what I can talk about. This is gonna be a very relaxed, chill video, so grab a hot chocolate or maybe an iced tea if you're also Australian because it's a little bit warm, and we'll jump right into it. So of course this is the Yesstyle Beauty Advent Calendar. They've been doing them for a few years now, but this is the one for 2021, so KB21. I think the packaging is quite cute and I really like, we'll open it up. I really like the drawer kind of functionality, and I think if this is your aesthetic and style, or you don't really have a lot of like storage for skincare or something like that, I think you could definitely take out these drawers and repurpose it. It's not like my personal aesthetic, it's not something I'm going to be keeping around as like a storage thing, but if that's something you're interested in, or if you want to like have like a little like storage case, or if you want to have it on display, I think it's very suited for that purpose. It looks really, really beautiful. So this retails for around $200 US, and there are 24 beauty products in there. So you're kind of averaging around, so you're averaging less than $10 per product. I mean, I can't remember exactly everything, but I do have a pretty good idea of what's in here. And yeah, you can definitely see the value proposition. I feel like we'll just start going through the products, and then at the end, I'll give you kind of my thoughts on what I think of it as a gift overall, if I think it's worth the money, who will be suited to, that kind of thing. So let's just jump in. So I did open a couple of these because I was looking for I knew there was a clay mask in there, and I had a shower before and was like doing my hair. And I'll insert that clip later when we get to it, but I was trying to find the one that had the clay mask in it. And as you can see, they've got like kind of these cute little illustrations of all these different types of beauty products on there. And I clearly found like the one that I thought was corresponding, but they don't actually match up. Well, like some of them do, but some of them don't, which I think is quite funny because it's kind of like a prank advent calendar then, because I was like, oh, this will be this product, and then I opened it and it was not. So there we go. I have a big brain. All right, let's start off with number 1. Okay, very shiny packaging. So number 1 is from VT Cosmetics. And for all of you BTS fans out there, ARMY, you know, you're probably familiar with VT Cosmetics because I'm pretty sure it was BTS that did kind of a big promotional campaign, and they were the spokespeople for VT. I'll include some pictures here of BTS being VT Cosmetics ambassadors, but this is their Cica X Hyalon range, and this is the Cica Bubble Sparkling Booster. So VT Cosmetics is one of those Korean brands that I actually haven't used, I'm not familiar with. So this is a sparkling booster. It's a set of 10, and I believe they're little sachets. So you can see, let me just pull that out of there. So there's 10 of these little kind of liquidy sachets here, and what I believe it is it's got glycerin and kaolin, so it's a clay something, and I believe it bubbles up. So it seems, is that a helicopter? Helicopter. So this apparently has their CLIO, Cica Hyalon ampule within it. So I imagine this is from their wider Cica line. But Cica is otherwise known as madecassoside, or it comes from the same thing, otherwise known as tiger grass, hence little tiger on the packaging. This has definitely been, I would say, one of the main buzz ingredients in Korean skincare. I want to say for the last 2 to 3 years, like we've just seen so many Cica products. It's been really, really popular, and for a good reason, right? Because it's a really calming kind of ingredient. So I think it's interesting to have a calming / hydrating, because it's Cica Hyalon, and I assume that's referring to hyaluronic acid, I would assume. So it's interesting to see that they have it in this format, which is, you know, one of those like kind of foaming type products, because, you know, I typically associate those foaming type products with something a little bit more irritating, but then these are quite soothing ingredients. So I guess it kind of makes sense. And I do believe that a lot of VT's line, and there's another product in here somewhere that's by Some By Me, both of those brands tend to cater a little bit more towards like an oilier skin type, in my opinion anyway, like just from what I've seen from their lines and their advertising. I have dehydrated to dry skin, not super acne prone, so those brands tend not to be marketing to me. So that's why it's like interesting with these kinds of advent calendars, because I get to try stuff that I wouldn't normally. Did you just see that those all nearly fell out? Very keen to try that. So that is the first product, and that's a set of 10. And if you're the type of person who would only do treatments like this, you know, weekly at best, that's like, you know, 3 months of treatment. So I think that's a really nice one for door 1. I'm impressed. Of course, I just did my nails before I filmed this video, so it's like impossible to open anything. Door number 2. Oh, okay, so this is the Some By Me cleanser that I was literally just mentioning. This is the Some By Me Bye Bye Blemish Vita Tox Brightening Bubble Cleanser. So again, a bubble product, which is really funny that they're one after the other. I've used a couple of Some By Me products before, and again, like I just mentioned, it's definitely a line that I think is really targeting kind of more like acne prone, oily skin types. Because a lot of their advertising, I know a lot of their kind of buzz was around their Miracle line, which is meant to help, you know, clear up skin over the course of a month. I've tried the moisturizer, the 30-day Miracle moisturizer, and I think it's like okay. Again, it's not really targeted to me. I think it's a nice texture, but it is quite minty. So I think if you have a more sensitive skin type, and I'm already seeing in the ingredient list for this, if you're a more sensitive skin type, and you're sensitive to things like fragrance, you're easily irritated, I can't say that Some By Me would be the brand that I would be recommending to you. But I do think it's an interesting product, and if you aren't prone to sensitivity and you like stuff like this, then I think it could be good. So it wants you to put like a tiny bit on your face when it's dry and spread it around like a facial mask, and then leave it on and let it foam, and then rub it around and rinse it. So I think it wants you to do it like as a 5-minute mask, which I think is nice. And like, this is the kind of thing that's nice to have, you know, if you're doing kind of a long pampering shower, and you can do this in the shower while you're doing your body scrub or something like that. So I kind of like these types of products, even though They're not typically targeted or meant for me, but I think they're fun. I like fun in my skincare, okay? Like I understand the science, but sometimes I just want to ignore the science just a little bit. Not in a climate change denier kind of way. I'm not talking about that. But acknowledging the information we're receiving and then making educated choices for our own lives. You can probably apply that to most things, but I'm also applying it to skincare, okay? I know technically that there are some irritants and things in there, but if it's fun and it's not really bad for me and I'm having a good time and my skin's fine, this is a fun product. It's got a lot of fruit extracts in there, things like lemon and tangerine. So again, if you're prone to irritants, I would maybe sit this one out. But it also has things like vitamin C, so ascorbic acid. It's got niacinamide, which is really great for brightening. I wasn't planning on trying everything because I feel like you can't, but like that's very intriguing to my sensibilities.
Morning. Ooh, morning voice. I'm having a quick shower after going through everything. I'm super intrigued by this by Blemish from some. It says it's not really like a cleanser. Well, it is a cleanser, but the instructions say to apply a small amount of the product to your face when dry. Spread it thinly and evenly like applying a facial mask. And after the product foams, rub your face using circular motions and a bit of water, and then rinse with water. Okay. Okay. Very orangey. There's some kind of like texture in it as well, like little capsules, I'd say. Oh my gosh. Even like it's bubbling on my hands. Is this not like that Mrs. Doubtfire scene? Anyway, I lit on for a few minutes. I'm not really feeling anything super tingly. Felt like a little bit of like warmth a la vitamin C style, but nothing crazy. And I'll show you what my face looks like after. Can't say if it looks particularly brighter or anything, but sure. Vibes. My skin doesn't feel like stripped or anything, which is good, but it wasn't actually really like, I don't know, it wasn't sort of like a cleanser. Yeah, I feel like I kind of look the same, but it was a nice experience. Felt good. Didn't do bad things. Nice.
Day number 3. So this is number 3, and this is from one of my favorite Korean beauty brands. This is from Ramond, and this is their Han All Sharp Brow. This is from the new brow range, and this is in the color W1 Gentle Brown. Now it's funny because I actually have bought this and it's on its way to me, but I got it in the color C2. So they have warm 1, 2, 3, and then cool 1, 2, 3. So this is in warm 1. So I am definitely more of a neutral to cool type of person with my brows. I don't think it would be a bad color, but I am gonna give this to a friend or a family member who will better suit this brow color because I know it's not gonna work for me. But I am so keen to try it because Ramond, like, okay, just straight up, if you're looking for affordable, great beauty products, especially lip products, and also the foundation's really good too. Pretty much anything from Ramond, but I especially love the lip colors, and I think that's what they're the most famous for. They're incredible. You can't really go wrong, in my opinion. So yeah, love this brand. This is not my color, but yeah. Happy that it's in there and that Ramond's really starting to gain a lot of traction and interest overseas as well, because I know it's quite popular in Korea. Yeah, I'm really hoping that Ramond becomes really big everywhere because it's just such an amazing brand. I'm obsessed with them. Number 4, oh, I know this. This is interesting because this one's like an iconic product. Oh gosh, I'm really struggling to get everything out. But I've actually never tried it. And this is from Skinfood, and this is the Peach Cotton Multi-Finish Powder, and this is the new version. Fun fact, if you don't know about, I guess, Korean beauty brand drama. It's not drama, but Skinfood, for a little while, it seemed like they were going out of business or something like that. Like they just kind of were like disappearing. Things weren't restocking. You go into their store and it'd just be like nothing there. But I believe they've been bought by a larger company or an investor or something like that. So Skinfood is back, which is really exciting because some of the products they have are just iconic cult K-beauty products. And if you've been into K-beauty for a long time, Skinfood is just like, they're an OG. So I'm really excited to try this. This is like a super mattifying, I believe this is a loose powder. So I'm keen to try that. I've had really good experiences with Korean beauty powders. I've used the Innisfree one. I'm using the EG Lips one at the moment. They're really good for mattifying powders, and especially if you can get them in a compact if you prefer a pressed powder. This is a loose powder, but if you prefer a pressed one, I believe they do this in a pressed version, as well as a bunch of other brands as well. And they're just so good, and they're just such like nice little compacts to carry around. And they usually have puffs, and they're just great. So I'm very, very keen to try that. Okay, these windows are a little harder to delicately open than I thought. I think the packaging on this is like so funky and kind of retro. So this is the iMeme Pep Balm, and it's a tinted balm that comes in multiple colors, and I believe it's for lip and cheek. Let me pop a little bit on. I haven't tried too much from the like iMeme range, so. Oh, it's a lot more matte than I was expecting. I kind of thought this would be like the Glossier U Balm, but it's a lot more matte. Quite matte, actually. I prefer something a little bit glossier, but also that means that it'll be a really pretty blush color, right? I find sometimes if they're too like Vaseline-y in that kind of really like greasy way, then they don't sometimes really mesh well with the product underneath. So if you're wearing foundation, you put it on top, it will kind of like dissolve your makeup underneath like it's a cleansing balm. Having it be that sort of really nice like matte sort of watercolor pigmented texture is really nice here. Let me swatch a little more for you so you can see. Not loving it on my lips. I think I'll definitely use it more as a cheek color, but let me see what I mean. It's like a really pretty like painterly kind of color. It's like bright red on my finger there, and like it looks really red, but it just blends out nice and soft. And it's definitely like kind of like a cherry red with like a little bit of like a warm peachy undertone. So that's gonna be really pretty on a lot of people. Super like natural and flushed. I really love cream blush, so I would definitely be keen to give that a go. My lips are already dry. I know there's like a lip balm or a lip gloss coming up somewhere, so I hope it's not too far away. I have really dry lips, so that's definitely a cheek product for me. And then let's jump into the final one from box 1, and this one I did use before this video. I just used them before I applied my makeup because it is this from Cosrx. It is the Advanced Snail Hydrogen Eye Patch. So they're eye patches with snail secretion filtrate. They got glycerin, they got snail secretion filtrate, and they got niacinamide as like your first main ingredients, which, yum. What a delicious little secretion-y combo that is. They're just gonna be super hydrating, refreshing under your eyes. And I'll include a little clip of me using them now with my sort of like mini review. Oh, okay, I love it when eye patches have these like little tweezers to get them out because I always feel so clumsy and like kind of unsanitary digging them out. I don't mind like if it's just me dipping my fingers into things like normally, but like with eye patches, ooh, oh now that's what I call gelatinous. Okay, I can't really like show you without it like all falling out, but essentially it's a circle shape and then the eye patch is cut out, but they also gave you the extra, which makes sense from like a waist perspective, but it is kind of weird. That's the eye ones. Let's put some of these bad boys on. Yeah, like that. Half moon shape, which I actually quite like because I feel like the traditional kind of like teardrop shape, I never know which way I should put it. I suppose there is like a way, I mean like I know which way to put it, but like I always wish I could just get like the whole half of my under eye. Ah, that is the sound of my boyfriend starting to watch the 3-hour version of King Kong Monkey. They're kind of slipping a little bit, which maybe would be better if I lied down. I prefer it when I have things that can stick so I can like continue girl bossing while I'm hydrating. These are fine, but if I'm like walking around in the morning and I'm feeling a little like tired and I kind of want to perk something up my under eyes before I like get ready in the morning, kind of like going around like making tea or coffee and like doing stuff as you do in the morning, like this would not be the most pleasant sensation. So I have some other ones that like stick better, but these do feel more serum-y. So I think this is nice if you're chilling out, but not if you're like about to do stuff. They're under eye patches. They're never gonna be like the game changer in your routine, or at least they're not for me. But these ones are pretty good. They're cute. Can I just say, I think under eye patches are a really nice treat yourself sort of gift for someone, because I feel like it's not really the type of product that I go out of my way to buy, but if someone buys it for me, or sheet masks, I like love it and really enjoy using them. So I'm excited to use these more. Definitely a relaxation type of lying down product, but very cool. Cosrx is one of those brands where I feel like you can not like blind buy from, but you can pretty much trust that most of their products are gonna be pretty good because they just have an amazing reputation, and so many of their products are just holy grails for so many people. So yeah, if you haven't checked out Cosrx, highly recommend. It's a really excellent, affordable Korean skincare brand. And now onto drawer number 2. Let's pull this baby out. Starting with 7. Oh my gosh, we're really flying through this. This one was already half open because I was trying to find this other product. But again, I was trying to find this mask, which will be coming up, and I saw this and I was like, that's it, that's the mask. But it's not. It is this is from Holika, and this is their lash correcting mascara. And this is really cool because this is literally a rip-off, and you see this a lot in quite a few Korean beauty brands. I think Holika is one of them. There's quite a few brands where they do like dupe kind of versions of other famous luxury brands packaging, which is, I mean, like, I think it's kind of funny because it's like obviously not the same thing. And in this case, it's obviously not, because this is a mascara and this is meant to look exactly like Marvis toothpaste, which, toothpaste side tangent, Marvis toothpaste slaps, okay? It's really good. I know it's sort of been like a cult favorite for a while. It looks like this. It's a really good toothpaste, especially there's like a jasmine mint flavor. It's a little bougie, okay? Because it is just toothpaste, but like also a really good gift if someone's really into dental hygiene. Marvis is like a really fun gift. Even if they're not into dental hygiene, I feel like it's a good stocking stuffer, unless I'm an incredibly boring person. But I really like it because who would buy themselves nice toothpaste? Okay, not many people. But let me tell you, you appreciate a nice toothpaste. It's really good. And they even have like a banana or pineapple flavor. They do all these like limited edition flavors. Anyway, I think it's a cool brand. But we should talk about mascara. So this is from Holika. I haven't tried too much from Holika. Mainly their makeup stuff though. And it has a little lip and eye makeup remover, one of those like dual phase ones which you can shake, which is really good because I am about to go on a trip and I didn't have any makeup remover, I realized. And the mascara that I'm wearing at the moment, which is the Lancome Hypnose, which is such an old school kind of one. It's actually really good. I was talking to my mum about it because it's the one that my mum used. And I went over and I was like, this mascara is really good. And she was like, I know, why do you think I wore it for like 20 years? And I'm like, and of course it's like a classic, but it doesn't smudge either on my eyes. And I've got hooded eyelids, so I'm quite prone to mascara kind of smudging on the top. It doesn't smudge. So shout out to Lancome Hypnose, which is not what this video is about. So I needed a makeup remover to take with me on my trip because I only had like big ones. So this is perfect. I know we're meant to be focusing on the mascara. I can't really comment on this mascara, and I'm not going to be trying it unfortunately in this video because I've recently had contact dermatitis around my eye, but I will be holding off on it. Also, I don't like having heaps of mascaras open at the same time because then they all dry out. So I'll keep this aside, but I'm really excited to try it because I'm quite curious around Korean mascaras. If I'm talking kind of non-Western brand mascaras, I love Japanese mascaras. I just think they are the global standard, I would say, for mascaras. They're just like so good. And I've sort of had mixed experience with Korean mascaras. Some that I've been impressed by, others that I just find are like very meh. So I'm keen to try this one from Holika and see how it goes, especially because it's a like curling formula and I have very straight lashes. So anything that can kind of get my lashes to hold a curl, I'm interested in. Alrighty, number 8. Ooh, I don't know what that noise was, sorry. But this is from Cleo, and this is their Prism highlighter, and I believe it's a duo in the shade 01 Cream Fizz. Now, I purposely didn't put highlighter on because I really was so keen to try this. Okay, this packaging is gorgeous. This is so stunning, and it's heavy too. I've mainly tried eyeliners from Cleo. I would try more of their complexion stuff, so their foundations and stuff, but I find that typically the shade range doesn't run quite light enough for me in like quite the right tone. But I have heard really, really good things about their highlighters and I just haven't got around to trying one. Oh, that is stunning. Even just on camera with the light, you can see how like they shine. Wait, I'm gonna swap. That is a soft highlighter. That is creamy. Okay, I'm not like a full like highlighter metallic kind of robot glow fiend. Oh. Oh my gosh, those are gorgeous. That's the first one here. That one's like more of a soft one. You can't really see it as well because that, there you go. You can kind of see, that's the first one. Kind of a soft, well, it's still pretty blinding, but a soft sheen. That is the second one, which is just like a metallic. That is so pretty. I was expecting them to be more kind of like peachy and a little darker, but these are really light. I'm pale, obviously. So they're, oh my God, I'm like so excited. That is bonkers. Okay, I'm obsessed with that. That's crazy. Oh my God, that's beautiful. Yeah, okay. Okay, that is literally incredible. That is incredible. I saw the swatches online and for some reason I thought they were going to be a bit more peachy and more of a kind of pigmented, like darker, but they are really metallic and really light. That is bonkers and incredibly pretty. And I now immediately want to buy all of the highlighters from Cleo. They're like a super pretty, creamy vanilla beige champagne. The only thing I would say is I'm not sure how it would look on darker skin tones if it would run too frosty. So just keep that in mind. God, it's beautiful. So what are we up to? Number 9. This is from the Plant Base, and this is the Time Stop Peptide Eye Cream. Now, I've not really heard too much about this brand other than I've heard quite a bit of buzz about their hyaluronic acid serum. It's just meant to be pretty good and like really juicy. But you know, peptide eye cream, I don't really have a lot of thoughts. I'm only just starting to wear eye cream literally because I had contact dermatitis. Rose flower extract, 36%, so like a rose water, I assume. So it's a damask rose extract is the first ingredient, and then honey extract, and then glycerin, and kind of like all of our typical things. And it's got a AQP1 peptide. So peptides are something that if you have slightly more mature skin or you care a lot about fine lines, peptides are probably something I'd recommend. I don't really like look for peptides. I mean, there's no harm in peptides and there's nothing wrong with using peptides when you are younger or your skin is more plump, but that is how they benefit your skin most. So I don't really search out peptides that often, haven't really tried a lot of peptide treatments, and the treatments I have tried with peptides haven't really done that much, because again, it's probably not the ingredient I'd be like keeping my eye out for at this stage. But I am very interested in this brand because it's like quite intriguing. Like this formula, it's intriguing to me. I am testing a couple of eye creams at the moment, so I'm not going to open this yet. I'm going to keep it on the back burner, but let me know if you've tried this and what you think of it. Coming up to number 10. This is from MACQUEEN, MQNY, so MACQUEEN New York, which I don't think they're from New York. That's not slander, is it? I'm pretty sure they're a Korean brand. It's the lip oil. Yes. Okay. Let me get that open. I'm going to pop this straight on because, as I said, your girl's lips are dry and she put a matte lip product on and like, okay, they don't look that bad. It's actually quite a pretty color, but it's just not the most comfortable feeling for me. I'm very into my glossy lip products, so okay, I love lip gloss and I haven't got many lip oils and I really want to try the Dior one, but I haven't, pressed the checkout on that yet, so oh, it's so thick and juicy. If you don't like the feeling of having something on your lips, that might not be for you, but I love it. And I love the shine too. Look at the shine. It's not like a plumping or tingling feeling at all. It's just super. Yum, 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 yum. Alright, number 11, we have the Purito. I can't see the brand name, it's on there somewhere, but I know it's Purito. Because I know the font, because I don't really like their font that much, but their products are great. This is the Dermide Cica Barrier Sleeping Pack. I love a good sleeping pack at nighttime. Like, come nighttime, again, dry, dehydrated, I will just like layer some really like thick products on in the evening, and in the morning, my skin is like, thank you. So, now this is an unscented sleeping pack, and I believe that most, if not all of Purito's products are unscented. So if you are quite sensitive to fragrance, I would definitely recommend you check out Purito. Why did I say Purito? Like burrito. It has a super centella complex, ceramide and hyaluronic acid. Yum. All my plumping buddies. Then you got glycerin, squalane. Oh, shout out to squalane. Just love a bit of squalane in my skincare. It's just a great moisturizing, hydrating kind of ingredient. Squalane's really fun. It's like, if you feel like pure squalane, it's sort of like a dry oil. It's really crazy. It's such a good ingredient. Whenever it's incorporated in a formula, for me, my skin loves squalane, so I'm very happy to see it. So a lot of the kind of key extracts that they kind of call out on the side of the packaging, when you look at the formula, they're kind of listed at the bottom, which I know sometimes people are like, oh, if it's at the bottom of the ingredient list, then there's probably not much of it in there. And yes and no. If you think of skincare like a cake or biscuits, which is, a baking analogy is everyone's favorite in skincare, but if you think of it like biscuits, you know how recipes often say that you need to add like a teaspoon of vanilla essence and, a pinch of salt. Like, in terms of volume of the batter, it's probably a really, really small amount, but adding salt to chocolate chip cookies, it's what's gonna give kind of like the contrast of like sweet and really bring out the flavors. So, and also what I make at home as a home cook versus what a pastry chef can do is probably a little bit different because they probably have a few extra tips and tricks on like how to make things. So while the key kind of extracts and like some of the fancier ingredients are listed down the bottom, it really all depends on the formula. But even if there's not much of it in there, you know, squalane, centella, glycerin, like that's a really nice like base formula regardless of the extra things in there. So I have a few of these types of products open at the moment. I've been trying the Laneige Cica sleeping pack, so probably quite similar, and that one is really great. So I don't doubt that this is a really nice like calming overnight type of thing. And I think because they're saying it's like a gel kind of formula, a gel cream, I think it would be quite suitable for a lot of different skin types. So even if you don't typically like having something really thick when you go to bed, it probably seems like a bit more of a like light to medium weight formula. So yeah, interested to try that out. And number 12, we have a hand and foot perfume cream from Village 11 Factory. Okay. I'm not really one for hand and foot cream. I can't really speak on this to any particular extent because it's like hand/foot cream. It smells like hand cream. Hang on, actually I will wash off this blush which has been there the whole time, and probably you've just been looking at my rash looking hand. So let me wash that off and I'll come back and use the hand cream. Okay. This is a very like clean, fresh sort of scent. Actually, this is quite nice. I'm not a super big like hand cream person, even though I do have like dry hands a lot, but I just don't love it because I feel like they're often really greasy and then like I want to do stuff. But this one is actually like, I only used a small amount and it's already sunk in. The thought did occur to me that if I make my hands all greasy and slippery, I'd find it really difficult to open things, but that one absorbed really nicely. Oh, it has the notes on the back. Okay, fragrance. I do love a bit of fragrance. So it says top notes, ozonic green melon. Middle notes, jasmine, sambuck, neroli, lily of the valley, and base notes, musk and amber. Yeah, it's like a fresh, musky skin kind of scent with like a light floral in it. I'd say that is correct. Huh. As I said, not really a hand and foot perfume cream kind of gal, but I'm really pleasantly surprised by that. That's really nice. And a really big, like hefty size too. And I like the packaging, like just simple kind of like bright color. Okay, and that's drawer 2 done. Well, we are halfway there. I tried to sing it slightly differently just in case, because you know, like I sound so much like the original that they copyright claim me, you know? Oh, also while I'm here, as I was in the bathroom staring lovingly at my own face, lip gloss looks really pretty and still really glossy. The highlight, it looks really intense here because I have a ring light that I'm using to film, but in the bathroom it's just more of a really pretty glow, but you can't like see, like you can see it, but how do I explain it? It just like melts right into my makeup. It's not like a streak of like metallic highlighter, you know what I mean? So obsessed with that. It's time for drawer number 3. Number 3, my lord. Number 3. Lucky number 13, baby. Have a look. Ooh, okay, this is from Mison. And I feel like Mison is one of those brands that I feel like is kind of underrated. It used to be sold at Mecca and then they stopped selling it. But they had a really, really great hyaluronic acid serum, the Mison one, and there's also this toner, the AHA BHA toner from Mison. If you feel like you're active, so like your glycolic or lactic acid serum, something like that, like your AHAs, your BHAs, if you feel like they're just not doing enough anymore, feel like your skin's just not getting the oomph out of them that it used to, the Mison toner, try that first and then put your active on, and it will make such a difference because it kind of like pH adjusts your skin to be like perfect for the actives. That slaps. But this this product is the Cica Hyaluronic Cleansing Balm. Damn, we've got a lot of Cica, haven't we? Like I said, Cica is like big, and this is a Centella Asiatica and Hyaluronic Acid Cleansing Balm. I do think it's always really interesting when they really try and call out active ingredients in cleansing balms, because ultimately like I'm washing it off, so it's not gonna like stay on my skin. And then if I'm doing a double cleanse, which I do, I'm then gonna wash my face again. So any remnant of that will be gone. But in saying that, a luxurious balm first cleanser is something special about it. I can't really read. The light's making it really hard because it's a really shiny, nice box. But it is, yeah. I mean, like it's a balm cleanser, so it's a lot of just kind of like your emollient type ingredients. Centella, aloe vera. I'll be real, I'm not like overly interested in the ingredients of a cleansing balm. I'm more about like the texture and like how effective it is. So maybe I'll give this a go when I take my makeup off later. I've had a pretty good track record with Mison products and I'm pretty interested, and I've been using the Hamish cleansing balm for a really long time and I'm nearly out. So check out Mison if you haven't already. But I'm gonna give that a try later, and I'm gonna insert a clip of me using it here. My neighbors is having a very raging party, which, you know what? Don't blame them. It's been a year, it's fine. Go off, I guess. All right, I've got the Mison Cica cleansing balm and I'm gonna give it a go. They are very loud. I like it when the music's loud enough that you can like hear the playlist. It's got that, oh, that's melted really quick. Okay, it's got a really like fresh, like zesty, like a cologne sort of scent. It's kind of weird, but not bad at all. Seems like my makeup's melting down pretty good. See, there's like a bit of gray there. Getting my mascara. Wow, that's done a really good job. I wasn't wearing like heaps of makeup. I just had like a light layer of foundation and some eyeshadow and stuff, but I wasn't wearing like super heavy makeup, but that's all like melted down. It doesn't hurt my eyes or make them blurry or anything like that. Wow, 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 wowie. Okay, I'm gonna jump in the shower and finish off my routine. But yeah, I like that feeling. Right, my towel totally just slipped off. Okay, wow. I'm really impressed with that. Another thing is that it's pretty much rinsed off like clean. There's sort of a slight like waxy kind of residue. Again, I do always do a double cleanse, so that doesn't really bother me, but sometimes there's more of a like oily sort of silicone-y kind of layer, I feel like, after I wash these off. But this, like, it's pretty clean, just like a little bit of a waxy feeling, which if I cleanse more thoroughly with warm water, I just did like a quick cold water cleanse, I think that would come off pretty easily. Plus again with second cleanse. And like, look, there's a little bit still of mascara, but like my face is clean. Okay, I'm impressed. I'm very excited to continue using this, the Cica cleansing balm from Mison. I'm really into it. And that color, ugh, pretty. All right, we're up to number 14, and this one is a big one, so I'm assuming we're getting some sheet masks. Yes, ugh. I'm a sheet mask fiend. I feel like for some people, they say that like sheet masks don't really do a lot for them. For my dehydrated skin, sheet masks are just like such a nice little indulgent thing I can do like once or twice a week, and they make a really, really big difference. Like they just resuscitate my skin back to life, especially because I've been girl bossing really hard, and it's just such a nice thing to just lie for 15 minutes and just like have your face cooled and hydrated. Ugh, so good. And in summer, stick them in the fridge. These specific ones are from Pyeongkang Yul, and they're a brand that really specialized, to me at least, in very like sensitive skin products, pared back, but like nice formulas that are really going to just protect your skin barrier and just like keep everything calm and gorgeous. And I am trying this gel cream from them, one of their moisturizers, and it is so good. It's the first time I've really tried anything from the brand. I've tried a sheet mask before, but it's kind of hard to judge a brand on a sheet mask, and don't judge a brand on its sheet mask, okay? Because it's like, but there are some brands where like their sheet masks are good and like they're fun, but like I wouldn't go for the products because like, you know what I mean? It's like one-time use versus like long haul, okay? It's like fun fling versus marriage material, do you know what I mean? Like, so I'm really keen to try some of their masks, and I have a few, which means I can like really do a big think. I really like the packaging. This kind of like slightly see-through with like the soft green. I just think that's like very aesthetically pleasing to me. Okay, it's really hard to read the ingredients, but even just in the serum for this sheet mask, they've got 3 different types of hyaluronic acid that I can see so far. Sodium hyaluronate is 1, sodium hyaluronic cross polymer 2, hydrolyzed hyaluronic acid 3, hyaluronic acid 4, hydrolyzed sodium hyaluronate 5. So I would have to double check, but I'm pretty sure that's 5 different molecular weights, or at least 5 different varieties of hyaluronic acid. And actually, I think Alex mentioned that she thinks these are really, really good. She tried them and was saying these are amazing. I'm excited for those, but let's move on to number 15. And this is from iUNIK. Oh my gosh. I remember I actually looked up ages ago for a video on my old channel how to say this. This is their Noni Light Oil Serum. Now this is really cool because Noni is from noni fruit, which isn't it an Australian thing? All I know is that the Miranda Kerr Core Organics line talks about noni a lot, and I remember Miranda Kerr doing some like really beautiful video where she's like, I love noni fruit, and I was like, I love you. You're so beautiful. She like just doesn't look like a real person. She's like unreal. Anyway, but I remember that a lot of their line, the core organics line, is around like noni fruit and noni extract. So I've heard a bit of buzz about noni as ingredient for a while, and I feel like it's kind of like becoming a little bit more popular. I've seen it pop up here and there. So this is just a light oil serum. I'm assuming that's noni fruit extract, water, glycerin, macadamia seed oil, jojoba seed oil, olive oil. So that seems quite like an oily vibe. I mean, it does say that. It does say that it's like a light oil serum. So this sounds very good. It's targeted towards anti-aging and moisturizing and stuff like that. This seems like the kind of thing where it's like, if it's not up my alley, then my mum would probably love it, because we both have quite like dehydrated, dry skin types. Every time she comes over, or like she sees that I have like a PR package or something like that, she's like, so what's in there for me? Like, what's mine? So iconic. But anyway, so this might be one of those products. I'll give it a try. But again, I have a bunch of serums open, so I'm not going to open it yet. And also we're going into summer, and this definitely seems like more of a winter catering type product. I think it's a really great affordable brand, and the products are very like simple and they just do what they do, but I haven't been like particularly like blown away or excited by them. It's kind of like the ordinary, a little bit, like not really, but like just, do you know what I mean? Like there's like very like simple formulas. They're not really particularly cosmetically elegant. Like they're fine. They're all fine. I just like set my soul on fire. Do you know what I mean? Whereas I was like buzzing about those sheet masks before. So yeah, keen to give it a go. We shall see. Okay. Number 16, this is from Dear Claire's. This is the handcrafted soap pore dental black sugar charcoal soap. I am straight up going to tell you this is probably not the product for me. It's definitely catered towards an oilier skin type, and I don't really like to use facial soaps. They're just like not my favorite type of cleanser. Black sugar charcoal soap with charcoal, volcanic ash, and clay. It's very much targeted to a consumer that is not me. So I think even if I like the smell though. Ooh, it's like a peppery smell. But I might pass this on to my partner. He's quite into skincare, and this is maybe more up his alley as an oily boy. So I might see if he's interested in trying this, but ultimately like I'm not gonna try it because I just know it's like, it's not for me. I'm not gonna give a really glowing review of it because it's not gonna really do a lot for me. And I know that I'm probably not gonna like it. It's just a format of product that I don't really enjoy. Charcoal pore, it's pretty rare that products from that category are like my jam, so I'm gonna pass it on. But the smell is like peppery and like spicy and like clean. It's pretty good smell. Just use it as a hand soap, but someone will really enjoy this as a face soap, so I will pass that bad boy along. Okay, number 17. This is from Korinko. I haven't tried this brand before. I'm not really familiar with them, but it's a 4-in-1 capsule makeup brush. And I want to check this out because I'm literally about to go on a trip. And if this is of decent quality, it would be very handy to go traveling with. Let me see. How do we feel? Okay. Very that. As you can see, you can like put that back up so you can put the cap back on without like getting half the hairs off. That's cool. Okay, just from feeling it, the quality is not standout amazing, but as a set of like 4 makeup brushes, especially like the eye brushes or like this brush here, like, oh, she's tiny. Wait, are they all that tiny? I thought for some reason they'd be like down to there. I don't know why I thought that, but they're like very small. Sorry, that's like comically small. I think it's like a cute little stocking stuffer. I might take it with me on my trip and give it a go. I have a couple of brushes that I don't travel without them because they're just the best brushes, and like just a few individual brushes. And honestly, when I go traveling, I don't really take that many brushes because I tend to just use like my fingers or like a cushion or a puff or a sponge for most of my complexion makeup because I really like cream products, and I have a couple of other like little travel brushes. So I might take these with me on my trip and see how I go. But like in terms of a short review, in terms of how they feel like fine. I can't imagine these would be particularly expensive. And you know, you are getting 4 brushes, so I think it is good for travel. And if you just need like, you know, a brush to just apply like one color of eyeshadow or just like lightly blend something out. But I wouldn't like invest in this if you're like, oh, I really need to invest in some brushes. Like this would not be the investment recommendation, but it's cute. I'll take it with me on my trip because I think they're cute and it's like nice and compact, which I appreciate. And then last but not least, number 18, this is from Neogen, and this is the Neogen All Day Locking Fixer. So it's a setting spray. And I like the packaging too. It's like a fun color, like sort of blue with like the neon kind of yellow green. It's funky, it's fun, it's fresh. I mean, yeah, that's a setting spray. Let me try it out, because from looking at the ingredients, it's a little bit different to kind of like the Urban Decay Skindinavia type setting sprays, and those ones are very like alcohol heavy. I don't see any alcohol in this. So if you're sensitive to drying alcohols in your makeup or skincare, this could be good for you. Let me see. Nice mister. Oh, I got some of it like in my nose. Okay. I thought it was like a really nice mister. It's quite a like short mist, so I'd have to hold it quite close to my face. It feels slightly cooling. I think I saw like a peppermint extract like right down the bottom of this. It's like very slightly cooling, but nothing crazy menthol town. I got some in my mouth. I mean, it feels fine. It had quite a few things like dimethicone cross polymers, so it's interesting to see how that's going to work as a setting spray, because I'm just mainly familiar with things like either MAC Fix Plus, which is like water glycerin sort of mix, so it's designed to rehydrate your makeup, especially if it's looking powdery, or the Urban Decay kind of like long wear, you need your makeup to stay for ages alcohol type spray, which does actually work really well. I've tried, like it does work. Those ones work. But I'm interested to see, yeah, how this like stacks up and how this works as an all day fixer. I don't think it really did anything to my makeup. Maybe slightly dewier, but I was probably already getting a little dewy. Oh, we should use the peach powder. Nice little velour puff. We love that. Let me give it a little tap tap. Just put that back on. Let me just. Okay. Oh, there we go. Quite a bit of powder came out. It has like a light peach fragrance. I like forgot about that. Huh. Okay. I learned this tip from like a Laura Mercier makeup artist, but they always say to like put powder on and then kind of like get it off and like really like beat it onto your hand and then take it and like do a little bit, because then you're just getting like a really nice thin layer. See that like shininess there? Let's see. Solid touch up. Nice. Ooh. It's a very what would I call it? A fine powder, so the particles are just kind of flying everywhere. It's very lightweight, so it's just flying everywhere. Note that. But the peach scent is nice. Drawer number 3 is done. Ooh. Back in you go. On to the final drawer. Let's go. Okay. All right. This is from Secret Key. This is the Black Snail Original Cream. So I talked about the Cosrx Snail stuff before. And this is the Secret Key one. I think I've only tried one other brand Snail product, and that was It's Skin. They're like Prestige de Escargot cream, which I remember at the time slapped. The jar was like super over the top, but I remember really liking that moisturizer. But this is the Snail Secretion Filtrate. I mean, it just seems like a nice cream. Got a lot of extracts in there. We got some hyaluronic acid. Got our snail, obviously. Number 1 ingredient is the snail. Whenever I look at Secret Key formulas, they like really impress me, but I'm gonna be really shady. I really don't like the like design of their like packaging or graphic design a lot of the time. It just looks really like, I don't know, basic to me. I don't know, it just doesn't really like appeal. You can't really see it because it's like shiny, but it's like the exact same like font as the box, but just like on the cream. But again, like legit, all of the formulas I've seen of Secret Key and all the reviews I've seen, people seem to be quite impressed. So it may just be that they're like spending their budget on formula. Maybe, I don't know. I hate that packaging. Look, I love a good aesthetic thing, okay? But if the juice is good, if the juice is worth the squeeze, I'll still use it. I don't really care if the packaging isn't my favorite. I would like for it to be better, and it would win more brownie points. However, ultimately, what's good is good. So that is from Secret Key, the Black Snail Original Cream. I am also in the midst of testing a lot of moisturizers, so that one will just have to go on the back burner for a little while. But let me know if you've tried it, because I think it's quite popular. So let me know down below if you've tried that moisturizer from Secret Key or just anything else from Secret Key, because I know their Essence, like the SK2 dupe, is pretty popular as well. Number 20. Ooh, this is from Unleashia. And this is one of the K-beauty brands that's like super into glittery. Definitely gives me like K-pop makeup vibes. Sorry, that's like such loud packaging. This is one of their loose glitter gels in the shade Happy Baker. Okay, I'm gonna have to put some of this on. I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to. Korean like eye glitter, like gel products. Oh wow, that is very gel-like. Okay, interesting. I've just got our little brush from before, because these are actually perfect for like these synthetic type brushes that are really like tight packed, like very small, are great for things like under eye glitter. I'm just getting a bit from the like lid. Let me go in with that. got some of the chunky glitters. That's pretty. Okay. I love a good glitter gel. Oh, it's quite wet though. I love a good glitter gel, but I do prefer something that's a bit more of like a liquid liner. So I don't know how this is gonna dry. We'll see. But I currently can feel it on my eyes, and it's wet, but it's pretty. I feel like that would be really pretty on the top of your cheeks. I've seen like trending recently in some of these K-beauty like brands that do glitters. They put it on the ear. That's kind of like a jewelry kind of thing. I don't know, I think it's really cute. Anyway, the color is like a pinky sort of purple iridescent, which I enjoy. Obviously I'm gonna have to test it out further to see how it wears and if it creases my under eye makeup, but if you do just want like a straight up recommendation for an under eye glitter or just like an eye glitter in general, the 3CE eye switches in the like long tube, they're so good. Highly recommend. I have 2 and they're just amazing. They just are so easy to apply, they stay so well, and they just have the prettiest like big chunky flecks of glitter along with like little fine glitter as well, but they're like clear base usually. So it's like super great multi-purpose. Anyway, that's not the product that's in the video. Number 21, okay. I just used this one. This is from Isntree. I've used quite a few things from Isntree, and so far I just think they're a really great brand. Very similar to iUNIK, I think, or iUNIK, in that they're quite an affordable brand that focuses on kind of like, usually like single ingredients for the product, like a standout ingredient and then like the rest of the formula. I just think I like the formulas a little bit more. Their green tea toner, incredible. So good. So I'm very keen to try more of the line, and I did try this mask. I will include the clip now. Okay, I'm just putting a little toner through my hair, but I thought it'd be a good time because I don't really need to have it in for long, so I'm just putting it in for a little bit, but I thought I would try this, the Essentre Real Mugwort Clay Mask. I've tried quite a few products from Isntree, and everything I've liked so far I've really enjoyed. I'm not really feeling any tingling or anything like that, which you do sometimes with clay masks, because I do think this one is designed to be more of a calming one. I just think it's an interesting ingredient combo. I feel like clay masks, you know, usually, depending on what brand you get from them, they're usually sort of the same. They're like a drying type clay mask, with the exception of the ones that have like AHAs and BHAs in them. I quite like those. If I'm really like congested, I find that those really work for me. But this one is a calming clay mask, and I haven't really tried any like that apart from the Touch of Violet C Radiance one. It's more of like a creamy, like moisturizing clay mask. And I feel like from the texture of this, it might be the same. So I'm gonna leave this on for 10 minutes while I let my hair finish toning, and then I will wash it off and I'll be back. Lovely texture. And it has this really herbal smell, which if you don't like the herbal smell, might not be for you, but I really like it. It reminds me of when I was little and I lived in Hong Kong. We'd walk through the market and there'd be all the like traditional medicine stalls, because mugwort is like a traditional medicine ingredient. So if this is good, it's gonna be a great budget pick. Okay, all right, off I go. Okay, I just wanted to jump back in because it's actually dried a lot. It feels a little bit tight, but nothing like as tight as some of the other clay pore masks I've used. I feel like the Tatcha one, which is like similarly like a more of a calming moisturizing cream type of mask, you can kind of leave on for a really long time because it's not really that drying, in my opinion anyway. It doesn't really ever dry out, it always stays like wet. This one dries out, so you need to wash it off. I love how this clip is just me being like, yeah, you should like follow instructions. Anyway, I'm gonna rinse out my hair and off my face, and yeah. Okay, I'm out of the shower, and I just wanted to say that I feel like my skin looks fine, but it does feel kind of like that like squeaky clean feeling, which I don't love because that usually means that my skin's a little bit dried out. I do have dehydrated to dry skin, so something to mention, but next time I use it, I probably only use it for 5 minutes, something like that. I think I did leave it on for 10 to 15, which is what it says on the package, but if you have dry skin, maybe use it for less, because I do feel I feel fine. It's not irritated or anything, but definitely squeaky. But if you have oily skin and you want something that's like calming and you have like kind of irritated skin, I think you would really like this, so yeah. So far, based on first impressions, not my favorite thing that I've tried from Isntree, but again, I don't think it's like particularly like the exact product I would recommend to someone of my skin type. So if you're oilier, more combo, I think this would be great. But also I can just wear it for a short amount of time and it would still be good. And mugwort is another one that's really trendy, or artemisia. So we've had mugwort and Cica, and they're sort of like two similar type ingredients that are both like really popular at the moment. Mugwort is meant to be like anti-inflammatory, really calming. This is a lovely formula, and again, I'll have to try it again and see if I like it in the long term or not. But yeah, so far, my thoughts. Number 22, we're getting there. Ooh, okay, I'm excited for this one. This is from I'm From. I actually tried a significant amount of their line in Black Friday sales last year and this year. I bought a whole bunch of stuff from I'm From. This is the honey serum. I've tried the honey mask. I haven't tried the honey cream, but I just got it in from Black Friday. So I'm really keen to try some of those. I've mainly tried things from the mugwort line from I'm From. The vitamin tree water gel, I don't know exactly what it's called. That is incredible. So good if you have oily skin or no matter what skin type you have in the summertime, the best. And it layers so beautifully with any skincare product. But yeah, this is the honey serum. I'm getting too excited. This is definitely meant to be more of one directed towards like a dehydrated, drier skin type, which is me. It just seems creamy, dreamy, beautiful. I love honey in skincare. Snail, honey, both faves of mine. Again, got some niacinamide. It's definitely got quite a bit of like silicones in it, and I think that's just designed to kind of help the skin look really pretty. So I imagine this will look really nice under makeup, as well as like keep anything you hydrate your skin with in. So I would definitely put on some like hyaluronic acid and kind of like some hydrating products before I put this serum on, and then do the rest of my skincare routine, because I feel like that would just keep everything like the juiciest. I really want to like open this now, but I know that I will really appreciate this or be more interested in trying this when it comes to winter. So I'll hold on to it for now. But yeah, that's the I'm From honey serum. This is not cheap, I don't think. So pretty good value, if I say so myself. Okay. Number 23. So this is from Mersey, which is a Korean makeup brand that I haven't really tried much of. And this is the Bite the Beat Mellow Tint in the shade M8 Brie Rose. Now, I look at a lot of lip colors, and I've looked this up online, and I don't think that this color is like my type of color. I'll include a swatch here so you can see, because I just think I will just actually give this to someone else. I'm pretty sure this is like a matte type of tint as well. I could be wrong. I'm pretty sure it is though. Regardless, matte lip products, not necessarily always my favorite, and warm tone reds, also not necessarily my favorite. To put them together or even separately, it's probably not gonna be the lip product for me, but I have heard really good reviews about this. I know a lot of people rave about it. I just know it's not really the color for me. So I will be passing this one along, literally like nothing, not any bad reviews or anything. I just like know that this wouldn't get used in my stash. So yeah, but I do love Korean lip tints just in general. Like Korean lip products, like the innovation. Fantastic, show-stopping, incredible, never the same, completely different. Okay, and we are on our last one of the box, and actually I know what this is because I actually already own it, and it is this from Peripera. This is the All Take Mood palette in the shade Muteful Rose. This is the exact shade of this palette I have in. This is an amazing eyeshadow palette. I know it's pretty popular like locally within Korea, but I'm like, yeah, I'm glad it's getting like the acclaim it deserves, because this is an amazing eyeshadow palette. I actually am wearing it on my eyes today. I did like a super quick, like subtle eye look. That's what I really like about this. You can do super quick daily makeup, but you can actually also do more of a glam look as well. It's also like really nice neutral tone, so it's not too warm, it's not too cool. So I feel like a lot of people will look good in this palette. So yeah, that is the Peripera Muteful Rose palette. I keep being tempted by the other colors of this range because they're just such like nice little compact palettes with like beautiful little color stories. They did just come out with one, I want to say it was like Moon-like Lavender, I think is what it's called. It looks so pretty. So I might try and pick that one up, but I'm pretty sure it's sold out at the moment. But yeah, so shout out to Yesstyle for including this, because this is like an incredible palette. Really great price point if you just want to buy this individually. Like I super recommend any of the ones from this range. Like the formula is really good to use. Like yeah, good, excellent. That was very eloquent of me, wasn't it? Well, is everything. Put the last straw back in. Hope you enjoyed my just like random ramblings on Korean skincare and makeup and hand and foot perfume cream or whatever that one was. Obviously, like knowing that the cost of this is $200, and then if you average that to $10 per product, and so many of these are like definitely like way over $10. I think it's a really, really great value thing. Technically, if I like add everything together in this box, I think this would best suit someone who has warm toned skin and has a combination skin type. I don't know, it's quite interesting because like, especially when they choose like colored products, like an eyebrow pencil in a particular color, like I do think that's like a weird choice for an advent calendar. It's like when department stores do those sets of like mini like makeup products and then they include like a concealer, and I'm like you've just like narrowed out like all the people that this can be gifted to. But in saying that, I think like a lot of people will be self-gifting this as opposed to like giving it to a particular person. I think there's heaps of value there in that, like you can take the products that you know are something that you're interested in trying or that will work for you, and those few products that you just like I said, like, you know, the Claire's pore soap, like it's just really not my thing. I know that I'm just like not even gonna open it, I'm just gonna give it to someone because it's like not my vibe. Even if you like take most of it and gift some of it, or even if you buy this value pack with the intention of like splitting it up and gifting it among your friends and family and loved ones, I think that's a really smart idea as well. But I think also if you're getting into Korean beauty and skincare, like you've got such a wide variety of brands and like different types of products to try. So I think that's really fun if you're like not quite sure what works for you yet. Like this is a great way to explore, which I guess is like kind of cute because it's like a space explorer theme. Anyway, obviously it's an amazing value piece. And if you did want to purchase this, hopefully by the time I publish this video, they will still have some in stock. If not, I'll link all of the individual items as well as anything else I've mentioned in the video. I'll link them all down below. And you can also use my code LucyLivin. Again, I'll link that in the description box. You can use my code LucyLivin to get a discount off any purchases from Yesstyle. So there you go. Of course, thank you to the Yesstyle team. They're very sweet to, you know, reach out and ask if I would like to kind of have this and feature it on my channel, and it's like very cool because like yeah, I've always seen the Yesstyle advent calendars on all my favorite skincare YouTubers channels, and so I finally like, yeah, kind of cute, kind of fun, definitely like a cute like moment for me. Oh, I didn't even notice there's a Christmas tree. Festive. I will gently close the doors on this, like I am gently metaphorically closing the doors of this video. But thank you all so much for watching. Let me know down below your thoughts. Which of the products stood out to you? What have you already tried? Have you got any Korean beauty products that you want to like recommend? Spread the festive cheer in the comments below. And as always, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!